Have you ever been in an argument where halfway through, you completely forget what you were even fighting about because your brain is too busy planning the perfect comeback? Or maybe your heart starts racing, your voice gets shaky, and you suddenly feel like you've lost all control? If so, congratulations, you're human. Arguments and confrontations happen, whether we like them or not. But the real question is, how do you stay calm and in control when things get heated? Today I'm going to show you how to manage your emotions, stay composed, and handle any confrontation like a pro. Let's get started. Step 1. Understand why arguments trigger you. First things first, why do arguments make us so emotional? Well, it all comes down to the brain. When we feel attacked, whether it's physically or verbally, our brain activates the fight or flight response. Your body releases adrenaline, your heart rate spikes, and suddenly, you're either ready to throw punches, verbally or physically, or run out of the room. But here's the thing, most arguments aren't life or death situations. Your brain just thinks they are. The trick is learning to control that response instead of letting it control you. Step 2. Take control of your breathing. When you're in an argument, one of the first things that happens is your breathing speeds up. But here's the trick. If you can control your breath, you can control your emotions. Try this. Box breathing. Inhale for 4 seconds, hold for 4 seconds, exhale for 4 seconds, and hold for 4 seconds again. This instantly slows your heart rate and gives you a few seconds to think before reacting. If the person you're arguing with asks why you suddenly look like you're meditating, just tell them you're upgrading your debating skills. Step 3. Pause before you react. The biggest mistake people make in arguments? Reacting too quickly. When emotions take over, logic takes a vacation. So before you respond, pause. Take 3 seconds to process what was just said. Ask yourself, is this worth getting upset over? What's my goal in this conversation? Am I reacting emotionally or responding logically? This simple pause can be the difference between a productive discussion and an all-out shouting match. Step 4. Lower your voice instead of raising it. You know what happens when one person raises their voice? The other person raises theirs even higher. And before you know it, you're both competing to see who can be the loudest. Spoiler alert, nobody wins. Instead, do the opposite. Lower your voice. When you speak more slowly and calmly, the other person will subconsciously match your tone. It's like emotional jujitsu. You use their energy against them. Step 5. Use the what I hear you saying technique. One of the fastest ways to diffuse an argument is to make the other person feel heard. When people feel understood, they're less likely to keep attacking. So instead of immediately countering, try this. What I hear you saying is, and then repeat their point in your own words. Example, if someone says, "You never listen to me," instead of firing back, you could say, "What I hear you saying is that you feel like I don't pay attention to what you're saying, is that right?" This simple trick makes the other person feel validated, and often that's all they really wanted. Step 6. Avoid saying calm down. Want to instantly make an argument worse? Tell someone to calm down. It's basically the universal signal for let's escalate this even further. Instead, say something like, "I understand why you're upset." This shows empathy without invalidating their feelings. Step 7. Stick to facts, not assumptions. Arguments often spiral because we start assuming things. You did this on purpose. You don't care about me. Instead of making assumptions, stick to facts. Instead of "you never listened to me," say, "I felt unheard during our conversation yesterday." Keeping things factual makes the discussion more productive and less personal. Step 8. Know when to walk away. Not every argument needs to be won in the moment. If the conversation is going nowhere, it's okay to step away and revisit it later. Try saying, "I want to continue this conversation, but I need some time to process my thoughts. Let's talk later." This prevents saying things you might regret and gives both people a chance to cool down. Step 9. Don't try to win. Focus on resolving. Here's a secret. Most arguments aren't about who's right. They're about how people feel. If you approach a confrontation like it's a debate competition, you might win the argument but lose the relationship. Instead, ask yourself, what's the best outcome for both of us? Shift your goal from winning to understanding. Step 10. Reflect after the argument. Once the confrontation is over, take a moment to reflect. Ask yourself, did I handle that well? What could I have done differently? What did I learn about the other person's perspective? Every argument is an opportunity to grow. The more you practice staying calm, the easier it becomes. Now, here's your challenge. For the next 7 days, use one of these techniques whenever you feel tension rising in a conversation. Pay attention to how it changes the dynamic. Let me know in the comments which one you're going to try first. Arguments don't have to be disasters. With the right tools, you can turn conflicts into meaningful conversations. Stay calm, stay in control, and remember, it's not about winning, it's about understanding. If this video helped you, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss more content on emotional intelligence and communication. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.